and gentlemen, turn your speakers up. It's time for the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.
Turn up the bass.
A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE.
Oh yeah!
Let's meet the hosts. First, a man hailing from the hub city in Indiana. He goes by @TooSweetKyle on Twitter. The host, Kyle Gagliardi. And your co-host, hailing from the valley of Lake Tahoe. He goes by @JimTuck89 on Twitter. Jim Tucker. And last but not least, hailing from the cornfield somewhere in Indiana, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia.
Turn up the bass.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram @PodOnTheMark.
Let's get ready to rumble. We're here. How's it going, Tuck?
I think the highlight of the night was you mandating that we play the intro.
I mean,
You're right. Like whatever I had going on today, that meeting in the assistant principal's office where it was all my fault. I don't care because you know what? What is the line?
I don't know where you're going with this.
in our intro? What is the line about the bass?
Turn up the bass.
Yeah.
You're the one that made the intro. After all, you should know this.
You know, you just get so familiar with your work, you almost forget about it.
Nah, forget about it. I love it.
All right.
Let's go to the comment section, though, before we get into things. Pat's in the house. Pat's a part of the Rumble. He said he's looking forward to this. Hopefully, he draws number 30 is what he's saying. He's hoping for number 30. Robbie's not even in it, but he's saying
Five-time winner out of number 30.
Well, that's probably why he would want number 30. Even Pat knows the intro. He said turn up the bass, and Robbie agrees. Always room for the intro, Tucky. So why don't you explain to the listeners how this is going to be going down?
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. I think we can do some number play if you'd like before we go, looking at some different picks and things like that.
By the numbers.
Yeah, I have. I got some things, but I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna roll a pair of dice 5 times. We're rolling the dice 5 times. On the 5th time, we'll get that number 1. It'll be 2 through 12. I have a list of 30 names. Our names, the 15 names are listed twice. And then we're going to randomize that list X amount of times according to how many were indicated on the dice roll. We're going to roll the dice 5 times between each list as well. So we've got the list. I'm going to copy it. I'll copy and paste it. We'll do the women's rumble first because ladies first.
Of course.
And then we'll do the men's rumble. I take those names, put them on a spreadsheet, and then we send it out with, number 1 through 10, 11, and then your name. And then there's an empty row that if I can watch it live, it'll be shared to you. So if I'm not live watching it, somebody can account and take care of it. I will ask maybe that if Augie is doing his business during the rumbles, maybe I don't announce it. Maybe I should Venmo all the money to you if we get close. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. Because I do. I'm just jacked about this Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? It's got some energy behind it.
It definitely does. We're not even going to bring up the negativity going on within the industry with Vince McMahon. You guys already know about that. But totally changing topics. Happy birthday, by the way. Oh, you missed the news?
Today? There have been news today? Because I have been under a rock. I haven't looked at social media once. I have been slaying semester demons last day of the semester.
Yeah. There's another lawsuit that came up. Sexual favors were involved. The name Brock Lesnar has been involved in that as well. So we don't know, definitives. We don't know the facts, but it's not great. So we're just gonna.
And I think Robbie's about spot on. The news is something.
You can look it up after, but a little backstory on how this works, just in case like Arabi next year wants to get involved and do this. We have 15 participants. There's 30 spots in the Royal Rumble. You do the math. Everybody's going to get 2. Tuck probably brought that up already. But each Rumble is $20 per person to enter. So you add up all the participants, that equals $300 for each Rumble. And all that has to happen is the number that you get ends up winning the Royal Rumble. It's kind of a enticing incentive right there. Just $20 and I can win 300. That's a good payout.
Well, it's fun. Like, if you get lucky, because 2 out of 30 is less than 10%, right?
Yeah.
You have a 1/15% chance or whatever. But and then the instant deflation as soon as you hear some people's music hit, you know what I mean? You're like
you end up with Tegan Knox and Natalia, and you're like, okay, I'm not winning the Royal Rumble.
Because you're not even like, yeah, I like this person. It's literally every time a song hits, you're like, can they win the Rumble? Like, am I also gonna win $300? So biggest
Erica's
pool
saying
this
hello,
year.
by the way.
Hey, Erica Macaroni.
And Ian's kind of got it right. Wrestling, shaking hands emoji, degenerates. Makes sense.
All in good fun. And, first year that everybody has been paid. We are all paid up. We're not hunting.
Wow, good job, everyone.
Hats off to the entire squad. So,
the squad's in the chat, too. Erica's here. Erica's in the Rumble. So is Mike. Ryan Vogus is part of the Rumble, so is his dad and his friend Brian Brillmeyer, and of course Pat's in this too. So everybody's here for this. They're ready for it.
The loins are tingling. Okay, I'm gonna hit share screen. I'm gonna share my entire screen, and then I'm gonna get off of this tab and on to another one. Remember, rolling the dice 5 times to get a number. That number will be how many times we randomize the actual list. All right, we're presenting. We're sharing the screen. We're sharing the entire screen. We're clicking on our screen.
I agree, Pat. He said hats off to the folks paying on time. You got to love that.
Dude, look at us adulting. All of us. Even young Bucky and Garavaglia squared up. Still waiting on last year's money.
Hey, you know that I am the quickest person to ever pay anybody out for debts owed.
Yeah, correct. You are... I don't like carrying debt. I'm aware of the debt I carry. You never have debt. I respect that. Okay, so on your screen, I can't see the stream because I'm on random. Apparently, it should say random.org. We should be at the dice roller. Okay, we're going to roll these dice 5 times. That was 1. That was 2.
That was 9. Nice.
That was 3.
7.
That was 4.
4.
And this is 5. So we're going to randomize
7.
the list on the next tab 8 times. That's 8, brother.
8. Yep. Do the math. Here we go. Nasty. Okay. Hey, we haven't seen that guy in a while. Nasty is in the chat.
What? So here's the list. Tucker, Gags, Ian, Vogus, Brillmeyer, Marini, Robinson, Oros, Wilson. That's Mikey Wilson. Pat, Hoops, Walk, Kubaki, Ocone. Is it Ocone?
I think it's Ocone. Sorry, Mike. I don't know how to pronounce your
Ocone and Macaroni in the house. And then Big Papa Dirk. Okay. We are randomizing this list for the Women's Royal Rumble lottery entries 8 times. So we got a 1. And it'll tell you on the bottom, it should say you've randomized it twice.
It does, yeah.
2, 3, 4. Ooh, Baki with a 3rd. Ooh, Tucker with a 29. Would have liked that.
Hey, before you reveal the next one, this comment popped me. She just spelled out his last name. It's Ocone, yes. And then Ian just goes, yeah, that helps Erica, because she just typed it out. She didn't tell us the pronunciation.
No, thanks, Erica. Appreciate that.
No
Hoops would have
kindness,
got played here, 2 and 3. Don't love that. That was our 5th time. We got 3 more times. 6. We got number 7.
Ooh, we need a drum roll.
And we got a drum roll. I don't have a drum roll, but I do have one of these. Number 8. Here we go. Here's the list. Walk. Baki getting the 2 and the 3.
That could
Dirk
be
Bogus
good.
Pulling a 19 and a 20. Gags with 30. Brillmeyer at 29. Tucker is lost at 10 and 12. Cool.
What was my other one besides 30? It's hard to see for me.
Let me
see. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
7. You have 7 and 30?
Okay, I like 30 for obvious reasons.
Dirk, a little bit of action all around the board. Baki got fucked. We'll see with that $20 there, Baki.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, maybe entrant number 2 is someone good because they usually start Rumble strong. Maybe it's a Bailey or a Becky and they go the distance. That would be my only hope for a Baki at the 2 spot.
Now, with them breaking the endurance record last year, do you think they would do that twice in a row?
Hey, you know what, Robbie? Fuck you. He said, I hear Gags is rigging it. You just saw it. The proof is in the pudding. Sorry to cut you off.
Gags would have to be paying me under the table in order for me to rig him to get 30 in a lottery pool. Bold
is tough
strategy,
street, not
Cotton.
mine.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Okay, so that is the order for the women's. Inserted into the tab. This is gonna get cleaned up and cutified, and then I'll send the screenshot to you. I'll probably share
Sounds
the
good.
sheets with you as well to make it an active doc. But once again,
Why don't you just
Scrolling.
go 1 to 30 if you don't mind?
we got T-Walk at number 1. Kubaki at 2 and 3. Pat picking up a 4 and Marini getting 5. Hoops at 6. Gags at 7. Pat at 8. Vogus at 9. Tucker at 10. Oros at 11. Tucker back at 12. Oros back at 13. So we do a little flipping and flopping there.
There you go.
I guess the concern there is like they usually don't do 2 stinkers in a row. Sometimes like there's some
That's
polarity.
fair. And that seems
But-
like maybe a return or, a celebrity entrance too, which could be a fun entrance. It's not going to win you money, but you could have fun with it.
And we will go when we pull the men's numbers, we'll go over the spots that have never won. Maybe that's a thing that's kind of intriguing.
All right, the
potentially.
chat's saying you don't have to read all of it. I apologize. You're good.
All right, number 30, we have Gags. Number 29, bro, my. You don't
Oh,
want to
Ian said congrats to Tuck though for getting the return of Ty Dillinger. You got number 10, so it makes a lot.
That
of
was
sense.
the women's.
Oh, yep, Ian, come on, pay attention.
So I copy and pasted that list as it was 1 through 30. We're going to go back to the dice roller. We're going to roll those dice 5 times. The 5th set of dice we roll will give us a number that we will use to randomize that list a certain number of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drum roll 6. Double trips.
This is for
Okay.
the men's rumble, Ian.
Men's Royal Rumble on this one. We're going to randomize this list 6 times. We got a 1. We got a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car. So come on, let's ride.
Robbie said, yeah, Tuck getting the women's version of Tyrese Dillinger.
No. Tyra? Tyra Banks?
Tyra.
Give me that. That was our 4th randomization. We have 2 more again. And this is for all the
I
marbles.
wanted that one. Was I in the
That-
bottom 2 on that one?
This is an interesting one with all the doubles in a row. All right,
well,
here we go.
One more time.
6. All right.
What we got? Dirk, Pat,
Tucker at 6.
Kubaki. Can we talk about Kubaki getting number 3 in both Rumbles? That's hilarious.
That's got to be a good sign. That's got to be a great sign.
Probably not. Ooh,
Gags at 13.
Lucky number 13.
Okay,
Ocone
Tucker was
back to
at
back.
6. Okay, 27.
Hey,
Tucker,
I'm
Dirk,
at 26.
Gags,
That's
Tucker,
a
Dirk,
sweet
Bogus.
spot.
Yeah. Okay, so looking at these numbers, we'll kind of keep going up and down. Let me
I don't
take
like
the
Aaron's
list.
chances in both. I feel like Aaron got shit draws again. Ooh, Mr. Cincinnati, though. Eric Robinson getting the coveted number 30. Big pull for the wrestling junkies.
Men's 1. We'll paste it. Ocone at 18 and 19. Looking at the men's list. So, at the numbers that have never won, we've never had a winner at number 4. That's T-Walk. Never had a winner at 6 or 7. That's me and Aaron. Number 9 is Marini. Number 9's never won. 11 has never won. 12, never won. 15, Pat. 15's
Sorry,
never won.
Pat.
20, 21, and 26.
That's why I'm confused. Ian said 22 in both. Great. That's really not too bad of a number to have, I feel like. There's usually some
No.
big hitters that come in around that.
And when you look at some of these numbers here, come in.
Kubaki is getting shafted, Robbie. You're not wrong. But hey,
A lot of numbers with
Kubaki's
one win. That list could continue to grow. There's a number of spots that haven't won. 26 isn't crazy.
No.
25 and 25 is one. 24 is one. So Those are the most wins in the men's lottery. So that's it.
Well,
That's where we're at.
easy as that. So, like Tuck said earlier, he will send me a screenshot of both lists. We will send those out. I will keep everybody updated on the socials because if you didn't hear, Tuck's got a baby due in T-minus 24 hours. So,
Yeah.
a lot going on over there.
Mother Nature has her influence, and we'll see how it goes. I got a teacher work day tomorrow, so I'll be at the school if there are no indications in the morning, just kind of chilling out. Like, my grades are done, living the dream. So I mean, isn't that the best case scenario? We have an easy day tomorrow. Augie arrives, no trouble for the mom, and then we spend Royal Rumble Saturday at the hospital watching. We got a 55-inch flat screen in the hospital room.
That ain't bad. Cast it from the Peacock app and just put it on that TV, man, and enjoy life.
And because I think
something.
Miss is going to have to stay, a day or two extra just to monitor, check in, and then we get to come home. And then here we are. So Rumble this week, GCW tomorrow. If I'm home, if we are chilling at the house still, I might tune in for that. Is that on the Triller TV?
That'll
by
be on the
Fight
Triller
app?
TV. Yep. Like, we got a lot of comments here too, Tuck. We'll acknowledge them before we leave. Ian giving you a congrats. Pat said, "So excited, man! Congrats,
Thanks, brother."
Eric wants to know if she's OTM and she meant MVM. No, that's not a thing.
Yes, you are. The
Need a
MVM
Rumble
of
baby.
a Royal Rumble lottery pick live
Ooh,
stream.
I like this nickname for your Baby Rumble. Kind of like baby wrestling with Johnny has.
Rumble.
Baby Rumble.
That's a tech. No.
Baby.
Oh, there we go. Baby
There it
Rumble.
is.
I like it.
That's the chant. Baby gonna
Hey,
win from number 30.
The wife is not set on a middle name. August Rumble Tucker.
I'm sure she would love that.
I'll pitch it to her. She's gonna like
Hey
it.
guys, don't forget to support the show by checking out our merch on the markwrestlingpodcast.com. Promo code Rumble all weekend, 10% off of your order. It's the best deal you're going to get. And of course, all this is brought to you by the Main Event Wrestling Network. You can check us out on all social media at mainevent_net. A lot of good stuff going down there. The Wrestling Junkies had their Royal Rumble preview tonight. Last Week in Wrestling podcast. They are streaming every single night during shows. We got something for everyone at the Main Event. That's just how we roll. So
You know what I'm surprised you haven't done, or someone from the Main Event Wrestling Network hasn't done. One of your favorite things during Royal Rumble season, especially on road trips. What is it, Gags? What are Vogus would know? A Royal Rumble specific.
You're gonna say, looking at spoilers, or no? You're talking about my entry predictions videos.
You love them.
Yep, I've already watched like 20.
I know. I think I'm gonna.
They're
I think
fun.
I think I'm gonna enjoy some vitamins, and then
Me too.
where is the Main Event Wrestling Network Royal Rumble predictions? Robbie could do that. Don't say he couldn't. Steve would be into it. Maybe you do a Rumble predictions draft with others from the Main Event Network. You're welcome for the idea. I'm not even going to charge. But make sure you do visit on the markwrestlingpodcast.com. Enter code Rumble for 10%. Tucky's got to buy some diapers for Baby Rumble.
Right. Baby Rumble, baby. I don't know why I said baby 2 times, but hell yeah. I'll be printing
Baby
out the
Rumble,
list.
baby brother.
Yeah, brother. Pat says he'll be printing out the list. Look at that. It's like March Madness for wrestling fans. That's what this is.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's done 2 TikTok prediction videos, so Robbie's screen. Not the entry predictions.
The 1 through 30. Who do you think will enter 1 through 30? Those are fun.
That's a 3-parter right there on TikTok. You just do the first 10, second 10, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, Robbie. It's a possibility.
In that vein, who you picking first?
Which Rumble are we going to start with?
Men's. First man.
I think it might be Cody. I think Cody starts the Rumble. I think they start big, and maybe Cody and a Sandman.
It's got to be a well-known intro, right? Like you got a theme song that's over. You got to play it. Like this probably wouldn't be the time for Honky Tonk Man to give it another run at the 1 spot.
Robbie
Miz number
says
1.
Miz. That's a recognizable theme. I could see maybe Miz and Cody would be an interesting start. Maybe you go with a returning Andrade in one of those spots, just so he gets a a full entrance. That would be cool. But you could even do Jay and Jimmy Uso. I think that could be something as well. And then you have Solo
that'd be
Sikoa
cool.
get into the fold early. Yeah, and then you knock them out. So they're not
I
contenders.
now that you start saying names, Vogus got me going last night when he was like, "Dude, and what about the people that were hot 2 months ago that have simmered a little bit? Gender versus see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He knows what the people wants.
Yeah,
So-
by people, you mean him? Just him?
He knows what him wants. He knows
does.
what him wants.
He got to see Shanky not once, but 2 different SmackDowns in one night. Last year, we went to
Damn.
the one in Chicago,
Yeah.
and Shanky worked both nights. So it was kind of a big deal watching
That's
Gunther be number 1 and actually win it all this year. Hey, that's my pick to win it all. So if he draws number 1,
What's your confidence level in that pick?
like if I were to put a wager on it,
Out
I'd
of
probably
10.
only put 20. I'd probably put $20 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 10, my confidence like a 7. I really think Punk and Cody are the easy favorites in this one to go with. I thought CM
Yeah.
Punk was the biggest layup pick. I mean, I went with the biggest layup in Bailey. I think Bailey's probably the favorite amongst most people for the women.
See,
What do
but
you think?
that's the Bailey thing is weird to me because of like her tie to Damage Control. Still, like it feels like she's gonna get kicked out, but like I don't know what,
Right.
like I don't know. That's me.
I like what Vogus said too. If Jey Uso does come out number 1, that place would be electric, and I think that's how you start a Rumble. Is just getting
Fun.
people into it.
Fun fact for you: last week I had to be Luigi for our high school pep rally, and when I came out of the tunnel, our inflatable tiger tunnel, and came up, I was at center court doing this.
Yeah,
I had at least 11 to 13 people out of 1,800 doing it with me for sure, dude.
I mean, it's not as much as the 16,000 that were at Survivor Series, but you got to start somewhere, right?
I might have had 16 total.
Look out, next pep rally, it might be 20. Might
Yeah,
be.
I think I'm way cooler than I think I actually am.
I
Like,
think you're
to the
pretty cool.
kids. Thanks,
for a
man.
dad. For a dad.
Ah, nice.
Jace.
Wow,
Dad
dad is Jace. Yeah, there we go.
All right, let's get the hell out of here, guys.
20 minutes. Wow, that's a thing. Nah.
And
Little
people
mini-sode.
hung out. This was kind of like a Sunday shoot in a way, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. But
Hey,
yeah,
the
thanks
people want
again.
to know.
I guess they do. I would want to know too. Like I said, this is the March Madness for wrestling fans, the Royal Rumble. So everybody enjoy your Royal Rumble, whether you're going like Ryan Vogus or you're just watching at home like myself. I tell you what, Tuck, you missed a lot of back and forth between me and other people. I almost committed to going to the Rumble today.
Should
I
have.
looked after hotels, after flights, and after a ticket, it would have been like $1,200. So I can't.
Hey,
afford
if you
that
fly
purchase right now.
in and out tomorrow, you don't need a hotel.
Yeah.
That would be miserable.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. You're spending more time in the air than you would be
Yep.
in the city.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Enjoy the Rumble and see you.